When you're taking advice from strangers on the internet, no matter how well-intentioned that they may be, I think it's important to remember that none of them, not a single one, knows you specifically, your situation, your timeline, your risk tolerances, and your ability to remain invested and to follow the plan over time. Hey everyone, it's David Caviness, Certified Financial Planner here. One of the things I answer a lot when it comes to planning for retirement, and especially those that are nearing retirement, is how much can we take from our account? And that question comes up a lot because the concern is, are we going to run out of money? There's been a lot of academic studies done over the years, and they're all pretty consistent that 4% tends to be about the amount that you can withdraw from your accounts per year without dipping into your principal, allowing it to grow over time so that as inflation hits us, as things cost more over time, we can withdraw an increasing amount from our investments and have a high degree of probability that we won't run out of money. So why am I talking about this today? Well, here's the thing. Over the last couple of weeks, there's been this video clip going around from Dave Ramsey, who had a call into his show. And again, this is no secret because I think Dave has been pretty consistent with his belief over the years that you can withdraw 8% from your accounts in retirement. And he gets there by saying, well, the average rate of return is about 12% in a good stock mutual fund, according to Dave. And so by taking out 8, it's leaving 4% that will continue to grow and allow you to withdraw more over time due to inflation. Now, online, the chatter back and forth is so many in my industry are calling Dave out and just flat out calling him wrong with it. But, here's the thing. Dave's not wrong, but he's not right either. And what do I mean by that? In theory, if you are earning 12%, and you withdraw 8, then yes, Dave is right that you can do that and continue to grow your money over time. But in reality, markets don't work that way. Returns aren't linear. As my good friend Ryan Dietrich says so often, there's no such thing as average. And what's really important when we start to withdraw money from our accounts is a thing called sequence of returns, meaning when we start taking money out, what is the market doing early on in our withdrawal period? If we enter a period and you start taking money out and then we go through a 1 to 2, maybe 3 year cycle where returns decline, you're going to run a risk of running out of money if you're taking too high or being too aggressive in your withdrawal rate. Outside of that, I think the other thing that Dave gets wrong is thinking about investor behavior. We talk about market returns and returns not being average, meaning returns are usually higher or lower than the average, and there are very few times through history do they actually hit our average return year in and year out. And so, what happens in years like 2022 where the markets are down 18, 19%, and you are in retirement taking money from your account? Will you be able, as an investor, emotionally to withstand that and not think that you need to make some drastic changes to your portfolio or, maybe go to cash for the time being and then you miss the return or the rebound in getting back into the market? And then I think the last thing that is ignored in Dave's philosophy here is that, life happens. Things will change over time. You're going to need in some years to take out more money than you planned for emergency things. Maybe it's a house repair or a vehicle repair, you got medical bills. Something will come up and you will need to take more than you planned. And how will that affect the outlook going forward for your retirement assets? I say all of that to say this. When you're taking advice from strangers on the internet, no matter how well-intentioned that they may be, I think it's important to remember that none of them, not a single one, knows you specifically, your situation, your timeline, your risk tolerances, and your ability to remain invested and to follow the plan over time. And so the very important thing here is to remember when stuff hits the fan, when things are going bad or when you're getting nervous, not a single one of these influencers online, talking heads will be there for you. Not one. They're there to sell you their books, their newsletters, their investment schemes, or maybe to direct you to, a firm or a company in which they are benefiting financially from those referrals. And so when you need somebody, when you need them the most, they're not going to be there for you because that's not their job and that's not what they're getting paid to do. So my thoughts here is simple. There's nothing wrong with advice and education that you get from the internet, from social media, and so forth. But you need to be real careful in following that advice to make sure that it is specific to you and your situation, that it will be there to help you reach your goals over the long term, and that it fits into your financial plan. And I think that's why it's so important that you have a trusted financial advisor in your corner, someone that you can call upon when you need them, that you can bounce ideas back and forth with, and that will be there for you when you need them the most. So if you're looking for someone that you can work with, you can partner with in your financial life, please reach out. Would love to see if we're able to work with you and help you in your journey. Would love to have a chat, and we'll chat soon.